Alright, good morning, YouTube. I know I just posted a video last night. I had a message sent. I forgot who sent it, and then I deleted it by accident. But somebody asked me where my creativity comes from. Well, I think it just generates. I don't want to be building the same thing next to the next builder, and not to be out detailed or out painted. I go a little bit further step and try to generate a product that is unique into me. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to show you some projects that I have. You guys have seen this 70. It will open all the way up. It will be lowrider. I've been working on the lowrider setup, suspension. If we'll have amps. Now if you notice, instead of a bench seat, I've gotten Buick Regal seats for the front. It's got a 96 Impala console in the middle. It has a 96 Impala steering column to make an automatic on the tree. It will have a 96 Impala motor. My spoke wheels are custom made. I use Pegasus 1109 ring and tires with the 70 Impala hubcap, the factory hubcap, and it gives it that deep looking lowrider look. The chassis will be chrome plated gas tank, chrome plated suspension. I'm still working on getting all that set up. And then I have a 63 Impala that I'm working on, and it too is hinged. It will all open up. Everything works and closes. The suspension, I'm still working on it too. I found this car here, I have a problem with I have a few of these kits, and the X-frame don't line up to the floorboard much. So what I've done is I've glued it into place, or what we call tacked into place, and I'll be able later on to come back and pull it off and then paint my floorboard and then paint my chassis. But you can see I'm working on molding in the front A-arms for those lowrider guys that better support when you give it an all boxed in look. But right now what I'm doing is filling them in first, and then I'll box them in like they're boxed in. The same wheel that's on the 70 Impala, again 1109 ring and tire from Pegasus with the 70 Impala hubcap in the back of it, and then I've tinted it my own gold. My gold tint comes from a Sharpie marker. It's called Marigold. This is what I use, and it's just a marigold color. It looks like a mustard lid. I used to use the yellow Sharpie marker, or the yellow Tamiya, color, but that just left it too yellow. Alright, another project I got going is an original AMT unibody 61 pickup. I actually bought this as a glue bomb, and I've cut it up into a short bed. You can see the lines I still got to go through. I bought a resin hood for it because this front hood had a big nasty hood scoop, and if I can't fix it out in plastic one, then I have a hood already online. And the whole chassis has been shortened and everything under it too. I had to rebuild. All of this was broken off. If you can see, I've already rebuilt all that. And this is just my ideas get to rolling, and I get to just thinking about build. So I do that. This right here is a rehab of my dad's. When I got it from him, it was just all the factory AMT stuff, but now I've beefed it up with So Real wheels. I've made my own aluminum slots for it. All the suspension is handmade on the ladder bars. And then I've used USA 1 suspension on the leaf springs. The rear ends is something that I've custom made myself out of other 4x4 trucks, just cut and short and narrowed. This right here, for those watching this, it's going to be kind of a little long video right off hand. I'm going to show you guys some more projects. You guys already seen both of those cars in a video. Alright, let's come over here. Alright, I'm going to take this first stack down. This whole shelf here is stuff I got in the works. So right now, let's take this stack here. And let's start with the first one. So here's the original Chevette kit. And when you're a model builder like some of us, the ideas go non-stop. So I have so many kits, I'm always thinking about what's coming around the corner next. And this is what I've been working on this. It'll be Pro Touring. It's already tubbed. I like using a lot of the old factory stuff, like the kit stuff that come with the kit. That way I can open up and let somebody, show them that I use original chassis. I just detailed it. Obviously I've shortened it and moved the rear end all around. Took all the molded in exhaust off already, so I'll run my own exhaust. It is tubbed on the inside already. It will have the Buick Regal V6 in it. I've been working on doing all the tubbing and everything for the turbo. Then here's the wheels. I'll probably have it set up probably have the right height set up about like that. And then I got a little bit of a cowl induction hood started on it. And that's about that one. I still got a long ways to go. Some other turbo parts I'm working on and whatnot. And then we'll put that one up. Then here's a Ranger XT. I got it working. Now it will be, I got it going to king cab. Now the black bed and the front fender bumper and flares, they come off the 4x4 snap together kit. And I wanted the fat body, I wanted the body flares, and then I made it a king cab. I'm still working that. I got to reform the windows, being that I got this from another regular pickup. The chassis still has to be done. This is just things I really enjoy cutting and building plastic. So there's that project. Alright, now this right here, what I tell you guys about, don't be bound by the contents in a box. You know how many people overlook this ugly kit? And they were at Big Lots a couple years ago for $5 a piece, and people were walking by it because of what they seen on the box. And here's what I got going. I picked it up. I made the floorboard. I was going to try to, I would cut that off. I was going to make it an opening tailgate, but then I couldn't find a way to do the hinging right. So I got to redo all that, but I was making the hood, and I did all the El Camino work, and the bed is different, and the interior is cut to be a single cab, and I was working a little bit on the motor. Just, sometimes my ideas get to going. Part of an Ultra Nomad roof, Ford F350 bed panel in there. Hood is a Caprice hood with the '69 Revell Camaro hood scoop. That's that. You can see I already cut the door panels down. These are resin. This is a resin one. I used the resin door panel. Just that's a project I got going. I number them. What projects I have. Now you guys have already noticed that I'm a big 70 Impala fan. So here's another project I got going on with another 70. This box here is being a little complicated. Now on this one here, I've already made it. I made it a convertible. Put the fender skirts in it. This right here is basically, I'm ready to, I actually can hinge this and paint this if I wanted to. It's just, I get to certain points on them and I work on something else. This right here will have an up top. I've created an up top for this one. I used a 65 Impala roof off the Revell 65 Impala convertible, and I've got it cut and made to where it will fit on there. I got to get that one. What happened on this one was I started this one, then I started working on my hearse, and I finished the hearse out. And then here's another Impala. I just enjoy a few of these kits more than others. Now this one here is a two-door, just to see what a two-door would look like, and just did some body work to it, and then I put it back in the box. And this is what I do. I just cut and build, and you don't look at this and build it like this. You have to imagine that, you know, you have to open up and don't bound yourself to the contents that you see in a picture. I took a young man several years ago before I was married. I took him to the hobby shop and I said, pick out anything you want and we'll pick it up and we'll go back to my house and build it. And he chose, when he opened it up, he chose to go to the hobby shop with me, and his comments was, oh, I don't want that one, I already built that one. And it was just things over and over. And I tried to show him that you don't have to build the car one time, you can build it over and over and over. Now here's an Escort I done. I put the rear fin on it. I made this hood for it out of Revell El Camino. And my intentions on this Escort is, where's my wheels? My intentions on this Escort is I want to build a Saleen Escort. They've never made a Saleen Escort. They had a Saleen Ranger, they had a Saleen Mustang, and they've had the Saleen Explorer, but never an Escort. So my rendition is they build a Saleen Escort. So I have some Saleen decals, and I can build this one up as a Saleen Escort. So we'll have a 4-cylinder turbo in it. Alright, now I believe this one here is something I'm working on for a friend of mine. Yeah, this is something for a friend of mine. I got to do some jam work for it, but it's chopped, suicide, and it all opens up, and I got to do some jam work for him. And that's about it on that one. I actually might do that one now that it's starting to snow. Get that done and taken care of for him. Alright, now here these Cutlasses kits come out, and I buy them when they come out and get my ideas rolling, and then I stop what I'm doing. But here's how this one here is working out right now. I made it, the body work anyway, it's done up into a wagon. And then I built some wheels for it. I made my own custom wheel for it. I still got to do some cutting and trimming. But these right here are the Chrysler Charger wheels. Challenger wheels, I should say. And then the way I have this set up with them, it was going to be all big and tucked like that. But really haven't done much else to this one except for some of the body work. Get that in there. And then, like I said, making the wheels and whatnot. And I get so many ideas that, fellas, I gotta go with them or I won't be able to sleep. I know this is going to be kind of a little bit of a long video. I just want to show you guys some of the projects. I get so much stuff going. Now this one here is a hard top I was working on. I know you can buy the resin hard top now from Motor City, Reliable. There's a couple different companies out there that make them, but I wanted an all plastic one, and I had started this before the resin came out. I used part regular sheet plastic and part 70 Impala to make. I want to just make this one here a hard top. I tell you guys, I don't know why I do it, but it's something that I gotta do. And like I said, you know, this right here is just all the different projects I have. Here's a few more. Let's check these out. If you guys don't want to watch the whole video, I understand. I'm just trying to show you guys some of the stuff that I was building. Now this right here started off as the hatchback. Then I had a resin one that was a piece of crap I got off eBay, so I cut it off. Was going to make my own coupe, but now that's as far as I got on it. Now they actually make a coupe, so this right here will probably go into parts bin, and I'll just part this one out for something else to come. You guys have already seen that I built a lot of these Mustangs. This one here is one I'm working on. It's got I already put a custom body kit on it, custom rear wing. Opened up the rear quarters on this one too. It's got a custom front bumper I made. It has custom grilling that I made for it. And where's the hood? And then just a custom hood I made for it. So when it's all laid up there together like that, this is what you get. I'll get back to that later. I kinda got on my Mustang run and then burned out a little bit. Alright, now this one here is a fun one. I enjoy these kits too. I got several of these coming. But I hacked up 2 snap together kits. It will be, I'll make this one here a king cab. Now this one right here, was another $5 kit. And you don't have to be stuck with what's on the box. And here's what I've done with this one. I've flared out the body. I made it a T-top. I got some custom wheels coming out for it. But it's also, I made this one here the aero back version. The trunk will be cut out, and I don't know where the glass went. I'll have to look. Oh, here it is. Like they had an aero back Monte Carlo, but they never had the aero back Regal. So here, I made the aero back Regal, and I'll have the trunk open and show some other details and stuff in it when it's ready to come. Alright, and then here's a little Beetle. On this Beetle here, sorry about the camera movement, everybody. On this Beetle here, I've made a roof rack. It will be all opened up. It'll be all opened up. I already got the doors hinged, and they're hinged off the factory hinge post. I have to build a strap, and I got a lot of stuff already been working on this one. So this right here will be ready to come out. Alright, now let's go to my last little stack here. And my last little stack here, if we have enough time. Looks like I'm already reached my 20-minute level. But I still got all this stuff here to come. So we'll see what YouTube lets me post up. This right here will be another promo Cadillac I have. You guys already seen it. It will be all opened up. Revell chassis underneath it. I'll have that coming out soon. Here's another Regal. And like I said, when they were $5 a kit, I bought them up. And what we have here is I took an El Camino. I took a Revell El Camino and I got the front end off and put on here. Then the roof I just started recutting, and I'll make this one here. I call it, I want it to look like a Malibu, but it's going to have Regal stuff in it too. So I call this one here my Rigamaboo project. And it has I've done all the body work to it, and I'm working on the quarter windows now. Here it has the flat hood and everything will go for it. And right there will be like look like a Malibu Regal, so I call it the Rigamaboo. Alright. Another 67 I got. I've gotten it all cut up. I put a 70 Impala roof on it, 70 Impala trunk, and then it will look like a coupe. We'll have trying to build, instead of a flat hood, build like a non-louvered SS hood. And that's something I got coming on that one. On this right here, started off as a Revell Escalade. This right here started off as a Revell Escalade, and I've been chopping and cutting up on it to make my own Blazer. You can see part of the Escalade, and then it's got a Chevy cab on it. This part here was the Escalade. This right here is a Chevy cab. Part of the Chevy truck bed, I've already tried to rescribe the lines in. Still got to do the tail lights. A roof. This right here, it don't have no chassis, so I just built a chassis plate for it, and it was just going to be slammed on the ground. This is actually going to be a build for a good friend of mine, Charles Gardner is who I'm building that one for. Started that one several years ago, and then had my twins and whatnot, and he told me just don't worry about it. So, but it is for him, not for me, so you won't see that one finished. And then last but not least is I got this crew cab that I got working. And then it's got its own little techniques in it. But I was going to do this one, but then I stopped. I was going to do this one here with the boat. But then Dr. Cranky wanted us to start with a brand new kit. So I quit working on this one. And that's where that one there started life at. I was going to make that one a crew cab too down the road. So that was just a parts kit. If you guys already see, I started with the maroon, already a maroon one here. But that got put to the side. I made my own set of dolly wheels for it. These right here would be like rolling 26s or 28s. And that one there's rolling 22-inch rig wheels. Well, that's about it, guys. About 25 minutes worth of projects. I got plenty of kits to keep building. It's just I get ideas and I got to go with them. And more kits over here. Just sometimes you do what you got to do. And some of us can't focus on one build at a time. And some of us only buckle down on one kit at a time. I made a mess in my desk, but I just wanted to answer a question from one of my subscribers and show you guys that you're never limited. All you got to do is, like Dr. Cranky has made videos of, and you've seen some of us other builders with videos. If you see it, put it to use. Don't just carry it in your head. You can't think. I can't think when I'm cluttered. So release yourself and express yourself, and you guys have a good one. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.